Hello, welcome back to my session. My name is Abdul Ghani Abdulaziz. We will be taking ourselves through the sum ifs function again. For those that find it difficult to use the sum ifs function, this will just be a quick one on the sum ifs function. So the sum if function is one of the functions that falls under the math and trig function. So what does it do? It adds all of its arguments that meet multiple criteria. So let's say you have been given this set of data and you have been told to find the sum or the total compensation that is given to a particular department that falls under a particular status. So the department is the first criteria and the status is the second criteria. So we can just use equals to sum ifs is equal to sum ifs. Then what's our sum range? The compensation is a sum range. Hit your comma. What's your criteria range one? My department is my criteria range one. I hit my comma. Then the criteria one, which is my account management. I hit my comma. The next tooltip here is a criteria range 2. And my criteria range 2 is the status. I hit my comma. And what's my criteria 2? My criteria 2 is the contract. Please don't forget to fix the cell by hitting your F4 function on your keyboard, then hit your enter. When you use your fill handle, the fill handle will fill it down for you. What does this mean? It means you have environmental health and safety that does not fall under the contract status. So let's do for the average ifs. You follow the same process equals to average ifs. Use your average ifs. Is asking you what's the range you want to average. So I want to know on an average, what is the compensation that you give to the account management that falls under the halftime? So this is my average range. I hit my comma. What's my criteria one range? My departments. I hit my comma. What's my criteria one? What's my criteria range two? Which is my status? I hit my comma. What's my criteria two? Which is the halftime. Don't forget to fix this by hitting your F4 function. Then you hit your enter. You would notice you're seeing an error sign here. What does this error sign mean? It means you have a division error. What do I mean by division error? It means you are dividing by zero. When you are using your calculator, you would notice when you divide something by zero, it would give you math error. Same thing goes to Excel. When you're dividing by zero, it will give you a div error. But how do you find your way around this when you find an error? But the error is actually correct. There is a function in Excel that you can actually use to replace errors. The error is the if error function. If error function. You look at this when you type your if error. When you type your if error, what does it do? It returns value if error. If expression is an error and the value of the expression itself otherwise. So let's use this if error. What you will do is just input the if error before your function. If error, if there is an error, okay, it's asking you for the value. I want you to calculate this for me. So if there is an error, replace it with zero for me. I hit my enter, then I have this. It means for ADC, we don't have anybody that falls under the halftime under the ADC department. Now for the count ifs, equals to count ifs. Countifs is asking you for the criteria range one. My criteria range one is my department. What's my criteria? Account management. I hit my comma. What's my criteria range two? My criteria range two is my status. I hit my comma. And what's my criteria two? My criteria two is the hourly. You fix it by pressing your F4 and hit your enter and use your fill handle to fill it down. Thank you. We would see in the next session.